Welcome to 5 Minute Fridays, and it is Friday morning, obviously. Okay, today it's only a short message. Well, I said it all the time, but hopefully it'll be a short message. Welcome to Hacking Self Story. I'm your host, Steve Booty. Today, I really do believe that you train your customers. So how your customers behave is how you allow them to behave, and you've got to be very, very careful of what expectations you allow your customers to have of you and your facility. I'll give you two examples. Number one, it's about paying on time and payments. You train the customers to pay on time, or you train your customers to pay you after they should do. We make sure that we train our customers. If they don't pay on time, we are on them day one, day three, day five, day seven. We are constantly on them because we want to allow them and to let them know that this isn't normal. This isn't how we behave. And this is our expectations of them being customers. And one of our expectations is you must pay on time. If you allow your customers to get away with it and you don't chase them on day one, you don't chase them on day three, you don't have structure into your debt procedures, and you don't follow your debt procedures, or where still you don't have any debt procedures, then you are training your customers, you are training them, you are telling them it's almost okay to be late. It's almost an expectation. And then once they're late once, and then there's no ramifications, guess what? They'll be late again and again and again. I believe the reason why we do so well is in terms of the debt procedures is because we train our customers. Hey, there are expectations. You've got expectations of us. However, we have expectations of you. And if you don't pay, then we will sell your goods. We will do everything we say in our debt procedures, and we will follow up with you all the time. And so, number one, I want you to make sure that you're training your customers on your debt procedures, and you don't just let it, because it's a difficult conversation. Nobody wants to bring that customer. But the problem is the more difficult conversations you have in the early stages, the less difficult conversations you will have to have, because you are training your customers. You are telling them your expectations. And it's just quite simply all about training. And so we want to make sure that they have expectations that they need to pay online. If they don't, they need to pay on time. And if they don't, there's ramifications, and we will follow through on what we say we're going to follow through. We're not going to, very, very rarely do we negate the fines that we have, £10 or 10%, whichever's greater. We always make sure we follow through on that, because if you allow it, if you allow them off for that, if there's not it's just got to be a particular reason. If there's a particular reason, then we'll let them off, But very, very rarely do we do that, because we know if we let them off once, then they'll expect it again. They'll come up with another excuse. So you've got to be very, very mindful of this. So you train your customers. So you've got to be very, very careful of how you behave and interact with your customers. And by the way, I don't want to get across that we shouldn't make sure that the customer's not always right, but we want to be our customers walking, talking billboards of our facilities. Nobody more passionate than me about customer service and making sure that the customers enjoy and have a wonderful experience. However, it's got to go both ways. It's got to go two ways. There's no point in it just going one way where we give. We have to set the rules as well, and we have to enforce the rules. Don't get me wrong, nobody enjoys that part of a business, but you are training your customers. It's like you're training your child. You are training your customers, and what they are allowed to get away with, they will do it again and again and again and again. So we've got to knuckle down. Number one is the prices. And also, I do think you've got to be careful of the expectations of how open you are, and how, like, for example, when I say open, I mean how accessible that we are as a company. There is nowhere on earth that Stormore in Willoughby could be a manless facility. There's no way it could be automated. Why? Because we've trained our customers to have expectations on us. What the customers expect. We're there to put away packaging all the time. We don't even charge for it most of the time. We're there for a chat. We're there to make a coffee. We're literally there all the time. So customers, it's non-stop. It's like a revolving door. Some customers come in, some customers come out, and we almost can't get any work done because we've been friendly, very, very friendly with our customers. Then it's almost like they expect a chat when they come in, and which is all great. There's nothing wrong with that. However, it does impact in certain areas of our business, because then we can't get on, we can't do stuff, we can't do callbacks as quick as we like sometimes because the customers are in talking to us. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. I remember at Beverly, when I used to be the manager at Beverly, when I used to run Beverly and actually be doing the work, be doing the face-to-face, I used to park around the corner so the customers couldn't see my car, because if they saw my car, I was that friendly with the customers, obviously, that they felt almost guilty that if they didn't come in and say hi, and that hi would cost me 20, 30, 40 minutes. And obviously that when you have so many customers coming in, it might only 2 or 3 or 4 people coming in each day, but 40 minutes, half an hour, that's 2 hours out your day that's just gone. And so for me, it was a hard balancing act, because I wanted to be friends with the customers. However, I wanted to also get on with my jobs and my work and stuff like that. And I couldn't get on with it if the customers was there coming in all the time and disturbing me. Hence the reason I locked the door, put the shutters down, the blinds, and so the customers didn't know I was there. And so in Willoughby, we could never be a manless facility, purely not there's never really manless facility. I get that, but we could never ever automate it, because we've trained our customers to have expectations that we're there for a coffee. We are, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want to get across. I need to get across. There's nothing wrong with that. We need to offer those amenities, those facilities. However, there is a price to pay for that, because it is time. You are paying with your time, with your team's time. And as long as you don't mind paying for it, then that's okay. But you've got to be aware of the cost associated with being open and being friendly. And I'm okay with that. However, now somebody was talking to me saying, "Are you ever going to make Willoughby manless?" And I'm like, well, 2 reasons. Number one, I need a hub for my team to be, so we can answer phone calls from all the other depots. And number 2, we've trained our customers to expect us to be there and expect us to call and say, "Hi, Angela. Hi, James. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Claire." And they enjoyed that social aspect of it. So we trained the customers. So if we took that away from them now and had an office block somewhere else away from there, it could never happen. And it's nothing to do with the size of a facility as well, because I went to another facility that's manless. And I know they don't like to be talked about too much. They go under the radar quite a lot, but their facility is bigger than mine, much bigger than mine, and it's manless and it works. But we couldn't do that, because the expectations of the customers are there's a reception. We train the customers now to expect a reception, expect coffee, expect a tea, expect a natter if I want a natter. Where this other company, a bigger facility, have trained their customers not to expect a reception, not to expect people there giving them coffee, giving them soft drinks, waters, and it works. But the problem is, when you take something away when the customers have already had it, that's the issue. That's the problem. And so it's fascinating. It really is when you look at it. So be careful how you train your customers. That's all I wanted to get across today. Be careful how you train your customers and what expectations you give them. Love things like this. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll speak to you on Monday. Bye-bye.